This is a ABC6 Spirit Halloween security guard shot and killed a shoplifter for stealing less than $90. Cops. Notice how they framed that story. Here's the real story. A guy tried running out of a Spirit Halloween after having stolen a bunch of costumes. Or that's the process of stealing. The security guard grabbed him to stop him, as is his job, and the criminal began to fight the security guard. Security guard told him to stop, otherwise he would shoot him, but holstered his weapon. He then pulled pepper spray out and sprayed the criminal as they were fighting on the ground. The criminal flipped him over, got on top of him, and started punching him in the face, and the security drew his weapon and shot the guy 3 times in the chest.
It's fair.
But look how they titled it.
Of course they did.
Because they want you to think that the sad, poor, socioeconomically disadvantaged man was walking out and he said, "Please, security guard, please don't hurt me. It's for my family." And the security guard went,
he was English like that too.
"Fuck you."
Yeah.
Just killed him dead cold on the spot.
Yep.
It is Spirit Halloween.
And by the way, that sticks. They know that sticks. They know that when they frame that's
you're like in an abandoned Planet Fitness. It's already grungy in there. No one wants to be there. It's
defending your property is the right thing to do.
I want to say this. This is 25-year-old Josiah Armijo working security. I don't know if they have the capability to cover all of his legal costs. I don't think that I could do that, but I could certainly assist. And I'll see if there's a way I can get in touch with his family and provide some legal, financial legal assistance, because we cannot live in a country where criminals are protected.
Correct.
A security guard stopped a criminal. The criminal decided to escalate it to a life or death situation, and the security guard said, "I choose my own life," and they've charged him with second-degree murder.
That's
because this is New Mexico, and they're communists.
If somebody's on top of you and you have a gun on your possession and they're punching you in the face, you have to shoot them because they can take your gun and shoot you.
Absolutely.
That is a fact that makes no. I don't think that's going to stick. He's got to get a good lawyer, and that lawyer will just,
Yeah.
It is New Mexico.
That's a great point. If you have, and this is part of the reason why police have to go to deadly force whenever someone's trying to incapacitate a police officer. If someone were to shoot a police officer with pepper spray or try to shoot a police officer with pepper spray, the police officer must escalate to deadly force, because if he is incapacitated, that person can get their gun, and that police officer, and not just the police officer, but anybody standing around, any bystanders, any civilians, they're all in danger.
Have you ever seen anybody get pepper sprayed?
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
Dude, I was at, and I'll just for the story of how I do a gig. There's this handsome, kind of tall black dude who says he was a musician, kind of a big dude, wearing cool clothes, but he was about 6'4", and he was security. And I was like, it's strange, security. And we walk outside, and there's a fight going on. And the guy, he goes, "Hey guys," he's really calm, walks up to him and goes, "Hey guys, you both got to calm down because they're neighbors." And the guy turns to him and goes, "Fuck you." And without, literally lazy, he just went like this. He went and just sprayed both of them. Literally, dude, he just went like that. "Shut up," like that. And they went, there you go. And they both went down. And the girl who was the boy, I guess the girlfriend, came up to him and called him the N-word.
Wow.
And he went like this. Gang, gang, gang. Now watch. She goes down. I don't know what's going on, but I was like taking pictures. So I go over and I go, "What's going on, man? What happened?" He goes, "Just acting the fool." Gets in a little car and just drives off. Okay. Now I'm trying to. I'm sorry. And he looks at the woman and goes, "You got to use milk to flush out your eyes. Use milk, you'll be fine." Doesn't say anything to the guys. The two guys are like literally spitting, puking. They're like on their hands and knees. It's so incapacitated. I go to help the woman because I don't know what to do. I'm like, "Get me a water," and I'm pouring water and everything else. And don't put water in her eyes. And that was the end of that. And then I touched my eyes.
Oh yeah. Errors were made.
My face and my mouth, sir. I'm not experienced with this. It didn't go well for me either. That stuff is no joke.
It is no joke.
Woo!
It is rough.
Not in your eyes, man. So you got to shoot somebody if they're going to do that.
I'm sure we've all made the famous mistake of cutting peppers, and then 20 minutes later, you're not thinking about it. And you take a piss.
I've done that.
Yikes.
Oh, yeah. I was like, "Why is my dick burning? What's going on?" Hey, I had to have a conversation with my wife. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute." Yeah.
Yeah. The reason I want to pull this story up is that this is what we're seeing across the country. In these circumstances, the criminals are the victims. This guy, this security guard, is the victim, and they charged him for it. That's insane.
It's crazy.
So now we've got, I think in Philadelphia, $500 or left in theft is not a crime or whatever. It's a misdemeanor or something. Cops won't show up for it. San Francisco, California, it's like 900.
Well, listen, they're locking toothpaste up in D.C. Okay? Toothpaste, my friend.
Well, hey. These criminals, they got good teeth.
You're right.
You gotta protect
You're
those
right.
pearly whites.
You got to protect the pearly whites. But when you have to lock up toothpaste, I don't want to live in a society like that. Bring in the National Guard.
Have you seen what they do in Chicago?
No.
You walk into Walgreens and it's a big empty room and there's 2 tablets and you search for what you want. And after you buy it, someone will bring it out.
Unbelievable. We don't have to live that way.
We don't. It's all
Yeah,
optional.
well,
It's all
maybe
optional.
we need like, how do we live better?
I tell you. Oh, very easy. You let cops enforce the law.
You let security guards stop criminals and you don't
yeah.
criminally charge them.
Yeah, also, you don't say, well, he's a criminal because he had a hard time, so he's a victim. He's a criminal because he's an asshole and he's got to pay a price.
Right.
That's just the way it is, dude.
I love this modern justice system. It's certainly not anything close to English common law, where you commit a crime and the judge just says, guilty or not guilty? And the guy says, not guilty by reason of socioeconomic disadvantage. And they go, free to go. Case
That's
dismissed.
it. My dad was never around.
Oh, that
can
explains
tell.
everything.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it's, by the way, fatherless is an issue. But again, another unsexy problem. But it's like, it doesn't mean you get to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think Bukele just demonstrated that all this is just optional. You
Yeah.
can just switch it off whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean,
Go back to this story.
well, you
I
talked
just
to-
saw this. It was on the.
It just caught my attention.
Well, so here's we don't have to live like
You
this.
must have been
Round
annoying.
2. Woman was changed.
We
and
don't have to
chained
live
in-
like this round 2. Yeah.
Yeah, woman was chained in backyard for months by friends who didn't like her anymore. It was. I just saw it on the right side of the trending section when we were talking about the security guard and what is going on.
What'd she
I'll
do?
tell you what's
What did
going
she
on.
do?
This
Texas,
is called
in Austin.
this is called somebody's kink. Okay.
For months?
Yes, sir. It sounds like she had breaks, but she was tied up. And
Let's hear
she's
the
like,
friends
"Better-
out,
You
you know,
better let
that's
me
all."
out. It's been a month. I'm gonna start screaming. It's like, Yeah, I don't know if I buy this. It just
It
sounds
seems like we're getting one side of the story.
Right?
She could be really annoying.
Right?
You know?
yeah, slavery.
starved?
Slavery is bad unless it's voluntary.
She was starved, restrained, and they were shooting her with BB guns.
What?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. You know what? Maybe she.
She was found screaming for help.
Okay, you know, I
Handcuffed to a
rescind
punching
my previous
bag.
Statement.
Oh my God! According
She was naked from the waist down, unable to free herself from rusted
wounds,
cuffs.
Open wounds,
right, yeah, the friends
lacerations,
are the-
swollen wrists, missing flesh on her
Friends are
hands
probably
and
the
feet.
Oh my
Who are these
God.
friends?
Well, are they still friends?
This isn't
Ex-friends?
She had been longtime friends with one of the women in the house and visited often, but said that one day they decided they didn't like her anymore and no longer allowed her to leave.
This is insane.
when you don't like someone,
Look at the people.
Wait, where is this? Austin?
it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what
Oh,
you know
never.
what
This is
looks-
how friendships work in Austin.
This looks like that vampire show on Comedy Central or whatever it's called. What is that? Remember those vampires? It's a comedy. They look like they're vampires.
Well, look at the
might be
house.
vampires.
Look at the house. I could have told you someone was chained up in the backyard there. That's obvious. Look at that.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
that ribbon.
That's in Austin. That's in
What We Do in
Austin.
the Shadows, that show?
Yes.
That's FX, I think.
Is it? Okay.
kinda
What We
always-
Do in the shadows.
if I
kinda
saw
always
the house,
th-
yeah.
I always thought that like if you don't like someone, you want them to leave. You want them to go away.
No, not if they've been naughty. Look at the guy with that D'Artagnan facial.
D'Artagnan.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
He's the musketeer that didn't make it.
Look at all the signs. Friend will bite. Maybe is that what it says?
Friend will bite.
Wow.
How is this possible? Do they have no neighbors?
I don't know.
It's Austin. It's weird.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Austin recently, and I just heard screaming. In fact, when I was at your show, Brian, the screaming that was underneath your podcast studio, I assumed that was normal.
I know it is. We run a discipline chamber.
The previous podcast guest didn't get along with us too well. We just didn't like her anymore.
Yeah,
Chain them up.
that's like I love. That's my joke about just having an English. Anytime an English supervillain has you in their dungeon, they're really polite. I do apologize for your rather restrictive accommodations. Was unavoidable.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why do Americans feel that way about British people?
I don't know. There's something about.
Always cannot.
They have to be polite evil, you know?
Yeah,
what I
there's
mean?
something about the way they. I'm afraid you're being a nuisance. We have to have you removed.
Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry that the vice is squeezing your balls, but it's on purpose. so-
I will not lie. This will hurt.
Maybe it's something like serial killery.
Yeah.
To be nice as they're.
Yeah.
It's
just
unless
gotta go
they have like a Cockney accent, then they're like really gruff, aggressive.
They have to be
Yes.
big. They have to be fat.
I'm
going to punch you in the face.
Yes. No, you have to be an aristocrat. I'm afraid this. Guy.
I prefer the traditional American. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Yes.
You know? That's the way Americans do it. They rip your skin off and put it over their skin.
No, the British aren't so. They don't really get graphic about it. They just say things like, "I will not lie. Sin is my speciality."
Well, actually, to be fair, they don't say that anymore. Now they say assalamu alaikum.
It's true.
It's assalamu alaikum. Please,
Sure, whatever.
Tim, please. If you're gonna speak Arabic, please get it right.
Hello.
You speak
God,
Arabic?
shwaya. No.
Because you were saying you lived with
I
it for a
did.
while. Yeah.
As a kid, I understood some. It's a very difficult language. It's a rich language. Many different versions of Arabic.
Now,
Maybe.
you know,
Habibi.
this is in essence kind of a joke, but not really. The British villains don't say that. They no longer say, "I'm terribly sorry for your accommodations." Now they say Allahu Akbar.
That's,
that's
a really,
like not
it's
really a
a really
joke.
good joke, dude. That's a good joke because it's kind of true.
Well, that's what JD Vance, he was at NatCon, and they're like, what do you think is going to be the first Muslim country to acquire a nuclear weapon? He's like, I thought the UK had weapons.
That's really funny.
I mean,
Oh,
isn't
man.
Pakistan already has nuclear weapons, anyways.
I think it's off the table.
Wait, did someone really ask him that? Because Pakistan's had nukes for a while.
Yeah, they've had them for a long time.
Maybe they're posers.
Well, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They
They are really inbred.
They gotta be
You
ready
can't
for
fake-
that
you're
Indian
pretty
threat.
committed to the bit when you start inbreeding.
right? Seriously.
Yeah. It's true.
But
I thought
yeah,
I
look,
did
the,
that.
when
Oh,
it
yeah.
comes to back to the other story about the guy that was stealing from the Halloween store, like as a society, like we should empower people to defend their property, right? And I get it if you're like you're a wagey and you're working at Walmart, you probably don't want to put your body on the line for Walmart's, for $45 worth of merchandise from Walmart. But at the same time, people need to understand that there are serious repercussions for stealing. Of course. And the reason is because property rights are fundamental to our society.
That's exactly right.
Property rights are a foundational principle. Without property rights, our society falls apart.
Because you need contracts that mean something.
Yes.
Contracts that can be afforded something.
Yep.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.